Welcome to Exhale by me, Sonya Stoeckert, a space where faith meets freedom and every woman is reminded of her God-given strength. Here we hold space for real stories, deep conversations, and the kind of encouragement that lifts your spirits and fuels your purpose. Today, we dive into a conversation that will inspire, challenge, and empower you to walk boldly in who God created you to be. So take a breath in through the nose and exhale. Let's begin. Welcome to Exhale Podcast with me, your host, Sonya Stoeckert. I would love to introduce my guest, Miss Patricia. She's here to share her transformative journey that she has walked through. So I'm going to hand it over to you. Will you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi, so my name is Patricia Simonides, and I grew up in Slovakia, and I moved here about 20 years ago. I think that's it.
Yeah? What are your hobbies? What do you got going on?
So, I work in law enforcement. I have 3 boys, and my hobbies: traveling. I love to travel.
Same.
I love to go to different places, explore. Working out, obviously, that's like number one hobby and priority.
Yes. I like the way you put that, hobby and priority, because it really is.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable.
Absolutely.
Well, I brought you on here to talk about your transformation in more than one way. So we have some really cool questions that I sent to you ahead of time. You're able to journal on them, and I love that you take the time and are able to go through in your own time and bring that to everyone here. So my first question was, your transformation is nothing short of inspiration. What was the moment that made you say, I'm ready for change? And what does your faith play a role in that as well?
So, years of dieting, I lost weight, and then all of a sudden I would just start gaining weight. And it was like, whatever I did, I would now lose the weight.
Yeah, it's disheartening.
And so I lost about 80 pounds at one point.
Wow.
And then it just started piling on, and I gained it all back, and then I gained it on top of that even more. So I was like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then life just even throw shit on top of me. And it wasn't until I had to bake-rack my son in 2022. And after that, I was like, okay, something needs to change.
Right.
It has to stop. So I actually went to see a therapist. And I just, started working out even more, fixed the diet, but it would still not come off. I would lose like 10, 20 pounds, and I would gain it all back. So at the beginning of 2023, I went finally to my doctor. I was like, look, I need help.
Right. Being an advocate for yourself.
And nothing was working. So the doctor called me fat.
Oh, what a nice doctor.
Yes, and she told me to just go get a gastric bypass surgery. So I was really holding my curse words to myself.
Right.
I called her out. That is unprofessional from her to say that to me when I know what I'm doing. It's just not working.
Yeah.
So then she finally sent me to endocrinologist, and she wasn't really going to help me either.
Really?
So I had to really put my foot down, and I was very angry. And then finally she sent me for the labs. She still wouldn't believe I got PCOS.
Really?
So I was like, well, I figured it out on my own. Do my own research through YouTube, everything. Then she finally called me. She said, well, I guess you got PCOS. So I was like, oh, no shit, Sherlock.
I already knew that.
So, and then I got put on medication. And then finally the weight started coming off slowly but surely.
So it took you going to your doctor, standing up for yourself, then getting a referral to go to another doctor, also having to stand up for yourself, when we could have had some blood work done and been able to see what's going on from the beginning. I'm glad you stuck with that you didn't just give up and you stayed an advocate for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have to do that because I don't think women's health is, really pushed out there.
Right.
So you really have to stand for yourself.
Definitely. And you inevitably know your own body. When you go into a doctor, they ask certain questions and things like that, but you can communicate with your doctor and say, I'm feeling this, this, and this, and that should start a question on their end. Well, is this going on and this going on? And then blood work should come up and look at all that and go from there. Not just, go get surgery because it's so much easier.
Yeah, that's what they really wanted. And I was like, no, I know what I'm doing. I just need help.
And lifestyle change, in which if you have the surgery, that's a major lifestyle change.
Oh, that is. Yeah. And I would never do it. I mean, I don't discard anybody who does. Right. Each his own. But I seen it, what it done to my dad. And never.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you. Sticking up for yourself and showing up.
To this day, I always will. And even like when I had my last visit, she went off this charts from 1955. We all know they are. She said, well, you're still obese. I was like, excuse me? I am what?
Wow.
Oh, hold up. Well, I guess you lost a lot of weight. I was like, just give me my order so I can go.
Yeah. Like, I got this. I'm good. Oh, dear.
Yeah. All the time.
Wow. So that sounds like a little bit of a trivial process. Was your faith something that you kind of leaned on in those situations?
I just, let it pray every day that it's going to work out and,
reveal to you, like, what I'm doing is right and I know what I'm feeling in my body. Let's get some answers.
Yes.
I love that. Just trusting and having faith for sure. Another quick question here. You didn't just lose weight. You didn't just I lost, 20 pounds and I look great. You rebuilt yourself into an athlete.
Oh, thank you.
You are an athlete. Don't let anyone take that away from you. What drew you into bodybuilding, and what was it like stepping on stage for the first time?
So, at the beginning of 2024, I mean, bodybuilding, I always loved bodybuilding. Yeah. I always want to be on a stage, but I just didn't have the balls.
Yeah.
I'll just say it. And at the beginning of 2024, when I started losing weight, I was like, watching different people on the social media, I was like, they did it. Why I can't?
Right.
So I did my research and I was like, I want a federation that does transformation. So I found one and I just set my mind to, and from there it just snowballed. And when I went first time on a stage, I totally blocked out.
And that happens. That definitely happens.
I did not remember if I did the posing right, nothing. It was also really hard because they play my transformation video.
Right.
Behind you. Before I step on a stage.
Okay.
So I'm trying not to bawl my eyes
right.
out.
You are emotional now and seeing your transformation. Wow.
But I could feel my legs shaking. And then when I got off the stage, I was like, somebody send me my video, please.
Right.
I want to know what I did.
Yes.
But I guess I did good because in my first one, I placed 4.
I love that.
So
now, can we talk about where you were just this weekend? Tell me a little bit about that.
So OCB Captain's Cup was my 3rd show.
Nice.
And I did wellness and transformation.
Awesome.
I kind of messed up on my quarter turns, but hey, whatever. It is what it is.
It's nerve-wracking up there.
It is, especially you have all these judges in front of you, and
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, we got this.
So I do the trophies for Mel Chancey's show, and I'm not being judged in any way. I'm walking across the stage, put medal on, turn around, walk off. I am nervous up there, so I can only imagine how nervous and nerve-wracking that is for you when you are the center of attention and you have to remember the different positions and the quarter turns and all those things. Like I applaud you 110%. That's so awesome.
Yeah, so I did wellness, so I got first place in wellness hero and master age over 35.
Wow, awesome.
And then I got third in novice,
Nice.
and then my transformation.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the transformation I think was the best one because I got standing ovation.
Oh, I love that. And then you were able to I love it. You deserve that. And you were able to speak on stage in front of everybody and tell your story there might be someone in that crowd who are walking the same journey you are, and you could have just inspired them to go and be on that journey themselves. That's a beautiful thing. Be proud of yourself. I know those are happy tears.
They are.
Happy tears are wonderful. Emotions are wonderful to be able to express those emotions.
So anyway, all right, let me stop crying now.
You okay?
I've tried the posing and I got the medal. I took the mic
Yes.
and spoke.
I love that.
Something I would never do before. Like this either.
Right. Transformation after transformation after transformation. Your transformations don't stop just when you hit your goal. Your goals get bigger as you go. You can complete one goal, but that just opens up a door for another goal and another goal and another goal, and you're showing up for all of those goals. And I'm so proud of you. That's why I asked you to be on here, because I really want to show people that these transformations, these life changes, these goals are possible.
They are. They truly are.
Yeah.
So pretty much what I just said was like, so hello everybody. So just so you all know, I have fear of public speaking.
Aww.
But here I am.
Showing up.
Yeah, and then I said I was 155 was my goal to be on a show day. And what else did I say? Oh, something in those lines, like, don't matter what's going on in your life, like, don't give up because better days are coming.
Yeah. And a lot of times when we show up for ourselves, a little something called spiritual warfare likes to happen to try to knock us down. But it's great when you can laugh in the face of that spiritual warfare. Like, I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now because things are hard. And this is only a season. And we'll move through this, and this will make us better, stronger, smarter, any of those things.
Absolutely.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Give me a hug. You're so sweet. All right, let's talk a little bit more about winning medals, because I'm so proud of you. And that's a huge accomplishment. What has been your proudest moment in competing so far, and what's next?
Oh, proudest moment. Well, there's more than one.
Right.
I mean, just the fact that I step on a stage.
Yeah, it's huge.
I mean, I have loose skin and everything, and I still did it.
Beautiful.
The standing ovation was just like, wow.
I bet you the energy and like I want to cry thinking about how that would feel, because and you are so deserving of that because you put in the work. It's not something that you did just once in a blue moon. Like, that became your life.
Oh, definitely. Like, it's like
Yeah.
addicting now.
Yes.
Like, I want to do more. And
Yes.
what can I do more? How can I push myself harder?
Right. So what is next?
So next, I'm not going to compete probably not till December.
Okay.
I probably want to do the holiday.
The Holiday Classic, Mel Chancey's
Yeah.
show. Be there. Mel Chancey's Holiday Classic. Biggest show that I've
heard.
ever done trophies for. Wow, that is a awesome goal. I love that.
That
for
is the
you.
goal, to be there.
Yay. So what does that look like in your life now? So when do you start prep? Do you start prep now? Like, obviously your lifestyle has changed and you're still aware of all the things.
So now, right now, I'm in a reverse diet
Okay.
to get like in a normal, get the food used to it, and I
Yeah.
don't gain weight.
Right.
Because, I mean, some of the athletes I know, they just go off the rails.
Yeah.
And they gain weight.
Oh yeah, donuts, pizza.
Yeah.
That would
All
make
that.
me sick after dieting down. And-
So we in that, and I'm just gonna build my physique.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably go in a prep like 16 weeks prior.
Okay.
And that's where we're going.
That's awesome. Well, you and I still need to have a workout date.
Yes.
She came to one of my yoga classes, and I really enjoyed having you in class, and I
It
hope
was
you
great.
enjoyed class.
Yes, I did. It was
And
great.
please come again, because that is really good for your cortisol
Mm-hmm.
levels and how to, when you're on stage,
Mm-hmm.
when you're about to step out on stage, that breath work will really help calm your nerves and your nervous system and all that. So that's an open invitation to my yoga classes.
Oh, I definitely will be back.
Yay! I love that. All right. Losing significant weight is physically and mentally intense. What are some of the biggest mindset shifts that helped you stay committed to the journey?
So, promise to myself that I'll never go back
Yeah.
to what I was. I mean, definitely do it even if you have to cry.
Yeah.
Shit, I done it.
Right? Right?
I'm doing it again.
Okay. Your mind is a powerful tool if you are able to connect into the mind and realize, like we're a team. My body and my mind are a team, and we're going to work together. The mind might be stressed, but the body doesn't have to be stressed. You can go for a walk. You can do things that make you happy. Go watch a sunset. Go walk by the water. There's always something. But losing that amount of weight and having that big goal in mind, I'm sure can get a little frustrating sometimes when you're not seeing the goal coming to fruition right then and there. Did you know that this was going to be a longer journey because you were trying before, and then when you got your help from the doctor and figured out with the blood work and getting all that, it was a lot easier after that on your mind, you feel like?
Oh, it definitely was, because I figured it out, all my
Yeah.
hormones were messed up, and it got easier. I mean, not easy,
Yeah.
easier.
Easy.
Because
Yeah, not easy.
this is not easy.
No.
You still have to eat healthy. You can't just shove yourself with, donuts every day.
Right.
I just every day wake up and I was like, I gotta do this. This is part of my life now, and
Yeah.
I have to do it.
You got to do it for you.
Yeah,
Too.
for me,
Yeah.
only for me. I ain't
Only
doing
for
it
you.
for anybody else. I
Right.
am doing it just for me,
Yes.
and I am a priority, and it just for me.
And I love that you see yourself as a priority, because a lot of people do not see themselves as a priority, and that becomes that much harder when you don't believe in yourself. When you're able to believe in yourself and hold yourself as a priority, it's a lot easier to be mentally focused on the goal, not all over the place on everything else.
Yep. Priority. This might sound bad, and I don't care if I get judged or not. I put myself before my kids. If I'm
Yeah.
not happy, nobody else around me will be.
as a mom, I can agree with you and let anybody else get mad at us. Would you say on your Instagram today, if you don't pay my bills,
Yep.
you don't have any say?
Yep.
So true, because if mama's not happy, ain't no one happy.
Exactly.
And I don't know if you heard at the end of my yoga class, I always say self-care is always important because we can't pour from an empty cup. So if your cup is empty, everyone else, it's a trickle-down effect. Everyone else is going to suffer from that. If your cup's full, then everyone else is going to benefit from that. And
absolutely.
it's so true. And don't ever be ashamed to fill your cup first, because that's important.
I'm not. I am a priority, and I will stand by it. And
Yes.
I don't care what's going on with me, around me.
Yep.
I have to get my workout in, and I have to do what I have to do.
Well, you really prioritize your workouts, because I wake up in the morning and I see you were already at the gym at 2:30 in the morning. That's probably when like I was rolling over and getting more comfortable in my bed. So that's really an inspiration for me, because that's such dedication, and I love seeing that. I work with a lot of clients, and it is so beautiful to see when the clients show up for themselves, and you're doing that 110%, not even 100%, 110%. So I just want to reiterate that you deserve to be proud.
I am very proud. And
Good.
I go early because I want to do it before work.
Right.
So I don't want to, because I know myself.
Yeah.
When I come home from work.
I'll do it after work.
Yeah, no. We've been there.
Right.
And we ain't going there.
I'm a trainer,
Yeah.
and I know that I have to go in and get my workout done in the morning, because after training all day long, I want to go home and hang out with my kids. So I totally get that, and I understand that, and work is tiring. So
I mean, years ago, you would not see me be an early person
No?
to work out. Nope.
see, lifestyle change. That's 110%.
It changed about in end of 2022 when I did 75 hard.
Okay. I've never done that. I know a lot of people that
I
have.
did it one time. I don't really agree with it too much.
Okay.
I don't know. I think rest days are needed.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. I'm
I
an
mean-
advocate for rest days.
I mean, I did it, but you know, I would not done it again. I
Yeah.
just say that. But that helped me change to be a morning person to work out.
Okay. Made you show up for yourself earlier and
Yeah.
prioritize your workout, your cardio, and all those fun things that we have to do in the lifestyle change. Do you eat before you do cardio that early in the morning, or is that
No.
fasted cardio?
It is fasted cardio.
Okay.
I do fasted cardio. Well, it depends on where I am
Right.
in
Prep.
Sometimes it's 30 minutes, 35 minutes. It was up to 45 minutes.
Wow.
So I had to really hustle and get there.
Now tell me about that. Do you walk at an incline? Do you walk at like a certain speed? Is there like a speed that your coach programs
Yeah.
you to go?
It's 2.6 speed and
Okay.
it's 6 incline.
Oh, 6 incline. I
Yeah.
love that. I worked for a physical therapist, and he taught me to always walk at least a 3, because that mimics the ground outside. Nothing's 0 flat, except for when you're on like the treadmill. So when you're going for a walk in the woods, there's always like an incline. So I always put the incline on, and that makes me sweat. I can only imagine walking at 6 incline for
Yeah, sometimes I
45
switch up and do a Stairmaster, which is
Okay.
the devil.
It is the devil. Have you
it's-
tried the Jacob's Ladder?
No.
Because that thing's really the devil.
Oh, really?
I program that a lot for my clients. Love you guys.
I mean, I keep looking at it and I'm like, maybe I should
Right.
try this.
You should try it. I'll come with you, and we can do it together. I like to push myself to see how far I can go, and then take a little break, and then, so almost like a HIIT workout with the Jacob's Ladder for me. Breath work is something that I can get out of breath very easily. So I try to take myself and push myself to like an RPE, like 8, maybe a 9, and then I'll back off, let my heart rate go down, and then I'll go back on. I can't wait to go to the gym and work out with you. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
Okay. You moved here to the USA when you were 21 years old, and we kind of spoke over the phone about this, and I let you know that I moved here to Florida when I was 19, so we've kind of moved into a brand new place around the same time of age. Now that's a huge life shift, especially from where you're from to America. What was the transformation like for you, and how has your background shaped who you are today?
So yes, I moved here when I turned 21, my 21st birthday.
Okay.
I flew to Tampa with 2 suitcases, packed my whole life.
So you were all by yourself?
Well, I came with my ex-husband.
Okay.
And my 1 year, he was 1, my son was 1
Aw.
at that time.
That's a big transformation, picking
Yeah.
up a family
Yeah.
and moving here. That's awesome.
I didn't speak any English.
No?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Wow.
I mean, I probably knew like hi, bye.
Right.
And that was about it.
So you had to learn?
I had to learn the English. I mean, I had to go to work.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to be staying-home mom like
Yeah.
back home.
Right. Another big transformation.
Yeah. I mean, I learned the English pretty much on my own.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And when I knew like enough, I went to school.
Okay.
And I went to college, got my degrees.
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What did you get your degree in college?
I got associates. I got associates in criminal justice.
I love that.
And I got 2 bachelors. One is in Homeland Security and one is Public Safety Administration.
Wow. Not only are you gorgeous, you're smart too. I love that. That's awesome. Were there any other kind of changes that you went through that you kind of want to talk about from moving to the U.S.?
I mean, everything was a change.
Yeah.
You know, I had to adapt to the American lifestyle.
Yeah. Welcome.
I just pretty much had to learn everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I think I stuck to it because, the strong roots and
Yeah.
I'm always strong.
Yes.
So,
You're strong. You've already told us your transformation story there. I see so much strength in that, and that's awesome. How was your son? Did you have to like put him into daycare
Yeah.
or any of that? Was that hard, kind of trusting?
First, it was like we would work opposite shifts.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
somebody would always be with him
Right.
because, the daycare is expensive.
Exactly.
So we did that for years, but then when he was able to go to daycare, we put him in daycare.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, then we had another son, and then the third one.
Three boys,
Yeah.
huh? I have 1 boy, and I have 2 daughters, and I thought raising daughters was wild because my daughters are tomboys. I mean, they're barrel racers. They get on those horses and just run as fast as they can, turn a barrel, run fast, turn a barrel, run fast again, and then run out. And these horses are humongous, and they scare the crap out of me half the time. They are very therapeutic on their
They
own.
are.
But having a boy, I was like, my daughters are not as tomboy as I thought they were because this kid is 100% boy. So your other 2 sons were born here?
Yes, they were
Okay.
born here.
That's awesome. Can I ask you if it's different in like having a child, giving birth?
Oh, it is.
Yeah? Do you want to
100%.
talk about that for
Sure.
a second? I love that.
will talk about that because there was a story behind it.
Yes.
So over there, I don't know how about now,
Right.
but 21 years
Yes.
ago, it was different. So you cannot have your husband with you
Oh no.
that time.
Right.
Back
yes.
then.
Yes.
Yeah, nope. It was.
And America was like that when like I was born.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
that, but that since changed a lot sooner than where you're from.
Yeah, you cannot have your partner, your husband, and not in a delivery room.
Wow.
I was by myself.
Aw.
Yeah, and he can not even come in a room visit. He couldn't-
Really?
Yeah. So, and you stay there for like a whole week.
Now, what does that look like? Do they really help take care of you and the baby and
Yes.
give you time to bond?
They actually take the baby,
Okay.
have you rest, and then bring the baby to feed, and then they don't really show you much.
Right.
They just take it, give him a bath and everything.
Right.
So when you get home, you're pretty much on your own.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
here you have your baby with you.
Yes. When I had my oldest daughter, they would take her and they would allow me to sleep and to rest. With my second daughter, they didn't do that anymore. So the baby was in the room, and I loved that. It was nice, skin to skin bonding, and I really wanted to know if that was different. I do love the fact that they keep you there for a week, because that gives you time to rest, which is so important.
I
and
didn't
to
want
not
to be there for a week.
No, you'd rather be in, be out.
Yeah. So if you have a natural birth, it's 5 days. If you have a C-section, it's 7 days.
Okay.
I don't know how about now. That was back then.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
I love
and
learning.
they only could see the baby like through the glass.
Right. So the dad was able to come visit, see the baby. He couldn't come and see you?
No, he could not even come see the baby. It was like I would hold the baby through the glass, and that's how they could see it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Protective.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Thanks for letting me know that. So then it was really different when you had your second son.
Well, it took me, I mean, there's big difference age to have my second one, because I did not have a good experience with the labor.
Right.
So after the 6 weeks, I still would be bleeding.
Really?
So end up being, they forgot a piece of placenta inside me.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I had to go back.
Go back and have surgery. And that's really hard on you as a mom.
Yeah.
You have a new baby. You're trying to figure out life with new baby and nursing and all that stuff. And then now you have to go back for surgery.
Yeah, I was very hesitant to have even second one.
Yeah. That's a scary situation. And it's funny though how like I feel God kind of like removes that from our brain, what happened, and then you want to have another one. You're like, okay, and then you'll go through a different experience, maybe good, maybe bad, and then we want another one after that. So I feel like that gets erased from our brains.
I had a great experience with the labor here.
Good.
Like, great experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a lot
like,
of care. The care is good, and the nurses helped you, and definitely have that time to bond.
Yeah, it's completely different.
How are the hospitals different? Like the actual buildings, like where, like here in America, are the buildings bigger, or do you have? Where you're from, is it more geared toward just having babies, or like, because ours are like in a hospital, like there's a lot going on in that space.
I mean, there is hospital, and there's different sections, like different departments,
right?
But like the baby and delivery has their own building. That's where you work in.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I love that. Babies. Anything you want to add about that?
I mean, pretty much, I had to like make new friends.
Yeah.
New connections.
Definitely. I mean, it's just you three moving here. Now you got to make new friends, which getting a job and probably going to the classes, working on your English, that probably helped make some new friends.
Oh, yes,
who
absolutely.
spoke your language as well.
I never had any friends who spoke my language.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
I'll learn your language so I can speak with you. I want to learn like every language in the world.
Listen, sometimes now I don't even remember anymore.
Really?
Like half the time when I talk to my mom, I will speak Slovakian, but then I finish the sentence in English.
Really?
And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Mom, whatever."
This is my broken Slovakian / English now. This is who I am now. I love that.
My oldest one, he can speak, write, and read.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Which he was 1 when he moved here, so,
And it was probably used more in your home.
Yeah.
So he was around that more. Do your other two boys?
The middle one now is trying to speak it.
Okay.
And sometimes he writes it, but he uses Google Translate.
Ah, yes.
But
We
he's
have
still,
all those fun
yeah,
things
but he
now.
still, you know, can say it pretty good.
That's awesome.
And he understands everything. Like,
Okay.
it's crazy how they can understand it. And my little one just understands everything. He can't speak
Really?
it.
Aw. So that brings me to a question, just like a personal question. When you get mad, does your native language come back? Is it easier to...
Actually, no, not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
Okay.
I just use English.
Yeah.
Cuss words.
Right. Yes. My stepdad, he's Cuban. And
Okay.
I know when he gets very upset, his accent gets thicker.
Oh, yes. That
This-
part, that
yes,
happens.
Yes. That was
That
my
happens.
question.
Yeah. Yeah. The accent is definitely there when I get mad.
Yeah.
It comes out. It's
Yep.
like, oh, let me
Here I
calm
go.
down.
Yes. I love that. Okay, without getting too deep, I know growing up in that part of the world comes with its challenges. What's something from your past that you had to unlearn or like overcome to step into the person that you are right here sitting with me today?
So I would say stop being angry all the time. I
Yeah.
don't know. Seem like Europeans are angry.
You guys are rooted, very
Yeah.
rooted. You eat a lot of root vegetables, very, very good for your body, but very grounding as well. So you feel that there's a lot more.
I don't know if it was just like, but I had to like learn to stop being angry about little things.
Yeah.
And also stop being judgmental.
Okay.
Yeah. People in Europe can be very judgmental.
Okay.
So that was like one of the two things I really had to learn.
Yeah. To let things kind of.
Just let it go.
Yeah, just
Yep.
let it go. I teach that in my yoga class all the time, and I teach that, but I'm also teaching it to myself. Every time I teach it to a student, I'm reminding myself, it's okay. We can let it go. It's fine. Let it evaporate into the sky.
Let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
You know, if they don't pay my bills,
Amen. Yes. They have no say.
Nope.
They can't make you angry. They can't make you happy, sad, glad. None of the things. I love that. That's awesome. Well, thank you for talking to me about that. Now let's talk relationships. That's one thing we haven't spoke about, but I know that's something that you would like to touch on here. When we go through something like unexpected, it can be tough, but also a huge learning experience when the smoke clears on the other side. What did that last relationship teach you about yourself?
whew.
I'm all ears, girlfriend.
So definitely was a huge learning experience
Yes.
for me. I'll go back a little bit. So I got married very young.
Okay.
I mean, I missed all my 20s of dating.
Yeah.
So, you know, in Europe, it's like you're young, you get married, you get babies,
Yeah.
and there is no time, you know, like actually go through the dating experience.
Right.
So, when me and my ex, you know, went separate ways, I had to start dating.
Yeah. Back in the dating pool.
Yeah, and it was like, what am I doing? I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Right.
And through that, I find out I had like, hold on, let me find what I wrote here.
It's okay. It's important to you, so take your time.
Anxious attachment style.
Aha. Yes.
And I had to recognize I had it.
Yes. I love that you recognize that you had that. A lot of people don't recognize that.
Yes. So that was also like I would get so anxious. I would get attached to the people fast
Yeah.
without even knowing them. I would get, you know, disappointed if the outcome in my head
Right.
was different.
Right.
So everything was a learning experience.
Yeah. Especially being married young.
Yeah.
And like you said, you weren't out there dating and going through all that. It was a young experience. And then now here you are out in the dating world.
Yeah. So, you know, it was like up and downs.
Yeah.
It would get good for like 2-3 months and it would just disappear.
Yeah.
But the last relationship, it really made me look into myself. I mean, the breakup wasn't nothing I did wrong. However, it made me look in myself like, what do I need to change? So after that, I went to therapy for that specific reason, so I can unlearn all these unhealthy behaviors.
I love that. And I love that you recognized it wasn't me, but let's look and see, let's change, because maybe my choices aren't as well thought out. Let's work on that. And you talk about going to talk therapy, and I love talk therapy. I would be lost without my talk therapist. She's my cheerleader.
I think everybody should go.
Yeah.
We all have some kind of baggage.
Exactly. Even if it's hidden, buried deep inside, it's something that can be uncovered, and it's only going to benefit you, the future you, your children, your spouse, all of the things. Yes. So what did you find out in therapy?
So I pretty much I wouldn't say heal my anxious attachment because it sometimes still comes up.
Work in progress.
Work in progress. It's not as bad as it used to be.
Good.
So
awareness is key.
Yeah.
When you become aware, then that's
now I'm so aware that I know, I keep telling myself, Patricia, just calm down.
Right.
It's okay.
The boundaries are good as well.
Oh, that part. I had to set myself healthy boundaries, and I will protect them like my life depends on it.
Good.
And
because it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
And there is so many, and I don't care.
Right.
If you cannot accept my boundaries, keep walking.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, boundaries, non-negotiables are definitely something I really, really harp on, and I will not move anything.
Yeah. And that's inevitably is self-respect.
Oh, yeah.
And if
definitely.
we're not taught that as children, that's something that you really have to strive for. You have to set those boundaries. You have to set those, like you said, non-negotiable things and stand firm on those, because that's something that we need to keep as women, that self-respect high in ourselves, because we deserve it. We should respect ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because the outcome when we don't is usually heartache, not pretty, and sad crying, not happy crying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not going to be crying for a man no more. Not going to happen.
I love it. She ain't crying over you. Anyways, it's my podcast. I can, you know, it's great. Tell me a little bit about that relationship that we kind of talked about, if you're comfortable about talking about that. If you want to go into detail, you don't have to go, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You don't have to go into major detail about it, but what are things that maybe you look back now and you're kind of like, maybe I should have paid a little more attention to that? Is there anything that comes to mind?
Definitely not gonna get in a relationship after first date.
Okay, yeah.
That's what happened.
Need some more dates.
Yeah.
Make sure there ain't no red flags hiding.
Yep. There were some red flags that I did not recognize.
Right.
And
again, have grace on yourself, because this dating thing is all new for you. So you're learning as you go.
Yeah.
In this type of relationship.
I mean, I'm definitely better at it. And I'm not dating anybody right now because I'm sick of it.
Yeah. You're dating you.
Yes. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the breakup was hard.
Was it?
Because I got just dumped over a text.
Over a text?
Yes.
Okay.
So I did not see that coming.
No.
That's the hardest part. I
Right.
did not see that coming.
Right.
And
you thought you would have more respect from this person than just a little text message of, hey, we're done, at least a conversation or something, because that can like make a woman spiral when they are broken up over a text message. What did I do? What did I do wrong? There's no explanation, this and that. At least if somebody has enough respect to be like, hey, I have an issue with myself, so I have to break up with you, then you can know, oh, well, it's not me. So is there anything that you did after this breakup, self-care wise, that like helped you kind of move past that a little faster?
Definitely, I had to accept that I did not do nothing wrong, which I did not.
No.
Absolutely nothing. I just loved this person with all their flaws, and there were a lot.
Yeah.
And I just had to feel my feelings. If I had to cry, I cried.
Yeah.
Don't hide from your emotions. Don't hide it. Feel the feels.
Feel the feels. Don't stuff it.
No.
Because I could get on a whole tangent. Because you stuff it, it turns into trauma in the body, and we don't release that. That turns into sickness.
And then anger.
And anger. And who do we take it out on? The ones we love the most. And
exactly.
Yeah.
So I truly had to, feel the feels.
Yeah.
And I would be working out and crying, but I did it.
Okay. Exactly.
I did it. It was, there, and I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
If nobody has told you that, I am proud of you. Aw. Okay, so this podcast is faith, fitness, and neuroscience. So talking faith, fitness, and like mindset here, what's one daily habit or practice that keeps you grounded in your faith, your fitness, and your mindset? One daily practice.
So it's definitely that promise to myself to never go back where I was.
Yeah.
The depressed, miserable Patricia that was just living.
Right.
That was just surviving, not living.
Arriving. I like the way you put that. That's wonderful. That is arriving. And now you're here and you're showing up for yourself.
Every day.
Yeah.
That promise to myself. Sometimes I don't want to get up.
Right.
But I have to.
Yeah.
If I'm 5-10 minutes late, okay, so be it. But
Right.
I am getting up. I'm doing the things,
Yeah. You're showing up for you.
my daily prayers,
Yes.
and even thank God for all your struggles, because
And that's what I put, being grateful. Like that's my biggest habit for fitness, faith, and for mindset. Just being grateful. I'm grateful that I have the best gym in town that I can go work out at, or there's other gyms around town that I'm able to use. There's equipment in my garage. I'm very grateful for that. Just being grateful for God, and that I said it on my last podcast that He woke me up this morning. I have functioning arms, hands, everything. And my mindset is just as grateful to have a brain that works and can help me go to the gym, do the workouts, push through the hard things.
yeah, that's definitely
Yeah,
something I practice every day.
good. Being grateful is more than one benefit. It's amazing seeing things come to fruition just from being grateful for one small thing. And it seems like we get a lot more when we show that gratefulness.
I always said, if you're not grateful for a little, you ain't gonna have a lot.
Amen. Because if you can't be trusted with a little, can't be trusted with a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we want a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just keep those goals getting higher and higher and higher.
One day the pro card will be in my hand. Just saying out there.
High five, come on. I feel it. I can't wait to be like, remember Patricia? She's now got her pro card and here she is. That's awesome. And I'll be there cheering you on every step of the way. I'm like a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
Big fan. So I really, really am happy that you came onto my podcast. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
For someone listening who is at the very beginning of their fitness journey, whether it's fitness, whether they're just trying to find more self-confidence or healing, what is one piece of advice that you'd like to give them?
I would say start with yourself and look deep into yourself. What is wrong?
Right.
Where do I start? And fix your mind, because if your mind is right, you can't. I mean, you can try,
Right.
but you go back to the old self.
Yeah.
So, you know, have the mind right, the mindset. It's crucial.
It is crucial.
Like, you have to set a goal and keep yourself a promise.
Yeah.
And if you need to go to therapy, as we talked about, go to fucking therapy.
Yeah. Ain't
Go.
no shame in your game.
Yeah.
Go. Go to therapy. You will not regret it.
Then I said, if you don't know nothing about fitness, hire a coach.
Yeah.
Do your research, because not every coach is a good coach.
Very true.
Because I
Very
had a
true.
bad experience too.
Yeah.
So find yourself a good coach that's gonna guide you. And, you know, if you need the meal plan, if you need the workouts, or even find a buddy, you know, or friend who knows stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Or ask a friend to go to the gym with you. You can start small. Just go for walks.
Yeah.
Walking is a great...
Walking and make it a priority.
Yes.
Like, after dinner, I'm going to go walk for 30 minutes. Go to a group exercise class. You know,
Yeah.
drag one of your girlfriends with you. Let's go try
I
this.
did exercises class. I did jazzercise years ago.
Yay! I love jazzers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hopping around.
Yeah, that was, you know, back in the day.
Yeah. Jazzercise.
Nice.
They have Zumba.
Yeah.
That's fun. I have 2 left feet, so it's very comical and a workout. And personally, like when I used to go to Zumba, I had the best Zumba teacher, and we had like this girl gang in Zumba. We'd go have dinner some nights, but the second I would learn that routine,
They would change
she would
it.
come in, it's time for a new routine, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know this one now, but I would keep showing up, and it was a lot of fun. Just get moving and just start. We talked about that on a few of my podcasts about the fitness. Just start. Just run towards fear, because it can only run away.
Yep.
That is my little motto that I've been sticking with like over the last few weeks, and it's so true.
It is. Don't let fear hold you back.
No.
Don't.
No. Because you're only doing yourself a disfavor by letting fear hold you back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, when people live in fear, they ain't going nowhere.
No.
They get stagnant and
Yeah.
stay where they at.
Amen. They do. And you don't want to be like that.
No.
Take a step out in faith. That's how I usually get over my fears most. I mean, obviously, I surrender my fears to God, and then I take that leap of faith, and it's so awesome to be on the other side looking at that. Like, I never would have done that if I wouldn't have just taken that first step. And I mean, that's how your transformation journey began. I've been through a lot of transformations in my life, and a lot of things have been scary, but just show up.
Yeah, just
Show up.
do the thing.
Yeah.
Small step at a time.
Yeah.
And the self-confidence will come with it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
will build up over time.
Definitely. It takes time. It's not something that you're handed right away, but you deserve that self-confidence after all the work that you put in, and it's something that will come with time. Yeah.
Definitely.
I love mirror affirmations, to just sit in front of a mirror. And I've started my daughters very early. I am beautiful, I am strong, I am brave, and just look at yourself and tell yourself that.
Absolutely.
Every morning
Oh, yeah.
before I go out on the platform at the powerlifting meets.
Okay.
That is what I tell myself. I am brave. I am strong. I am brave. I am strong. And then I'm like you, I black out for that first squat. But I get that done, and then I recoup. I circle around and go back, and the rest of the meet is just a lot of fun. I love powerlifting meets because of all the excitement that's around you, and it's probably the same thing with the bodybuilding
Oh,
shows.
it is.
Backstage, all those beautiful people,
Yeah.
and their sparkly
And
bikinis.
then they all like so supportive. Everybody's so
that.
supportive.
Yeah.
When they were reading my speech, and then I came back, the bikini girls were already lined up, and they
Right.
were like, "Girl, oh my God, you're gonna make us cry."
Aw.
They were so supportive.
That's so awesome. I do see
Yeah.
that, because I'm
Yeah.
backstage when giving out the trophies,
Yeah.
and the support that happens back there. And it's not like an easy, you don't just walk off stage and kind of wait. Like, it's chaotic back there.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Now you have to find out who's number what, the overall. Now you have to go on stage. Now there's other people taking trophies up, and it's, for you as the athlete, you're like, where do I go? Where do I be? And you're only known as, like, for a few moments as like a number. You got to get your number, and then you got to be like, okay, do I know my number? Look down.
Yeah,
at your-
that was like my
Yes.
thing. I had to remember my number. Okay, what number I am?
Yes. Yes. So it's not an easy feat, and you made it look really easy on your Instagram.
Oh, it wasn't easy.
No, it's not. And I know, and I appreciate you, all that work that you do for the stage, because it's not just about getting up on the stage either. Like we talked in the beginning of the podcast, like that is a lifestyle change, a journey, a transformation, all the way through getting off the stage with your medals.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And the mindset what you have to have,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, the peak week was really definitely playing tricks on me. Like,
Yeah.
can I please have donuts?
No donuts, not yet. I remember texting
Yeah.
you, and you were like, "Oh, I'm ready," and you were like, "Just a few more days,
Yep.
a few more days." Now, have you had sweets? Wait, I did see you had
I did.
donut.
I had a donut
afterwards.
afterwards. Like, yeah, I could not wait. I was like, let me get this suit off so I can
Yep.
eat.
Yep. Now, did you continue like the next few days, kind of carb loading, or how does that look in your body? Like afterwards, do you like replenish your food? Like obviously you're replenishing your water. Do you add extra protein or any of that stuff when you're coming down off the stage?
The day I only had the donut.
Okay.
I mean, I had early in the morning like the healthy food.
Yeah.
And then I went to eat out. I had a big ass burger. It was so good.
That
And
probably
then-
tastes so good.
Yeah, and the next day I still let myself like eat whatever.
Okay.
So I went out for lunch to have like Mexican food. We went
Yummy.
out to eat.
Yeah.
And then Monday morning I went back on my regular diet
Yeah.
that my coach gave me.
I love that.
There's-
And that's showing up
yeah.
for yourself. That, like I said, it's not an overnight thing. This
Mm-hmm.
thing is a lifestyle change.
Absolutely.
It's something
Yeah.
you gotta eat, sleep, and breathe.
Yeah.
And I see it's working very well for
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you'd like to talk about?
No, I think we
Covered all? Yeah.
we covered it all.
I love that.
You know, lifestyle, fitness, relationships,
Yep.
everything.
Yep, a little bit of everything. I
Yeah.
really appreciate you coming on
Oh,
here.
thank you for having me.
Definitely. And I can't wait for everyone to hear your story. And I hope it inspires so many people to begin that lifestyle change, because the
I have a lot of
reward-
people
Yes.
like reaching out to me and
You're such an inspiration.
oh,
see?
thank you.
That's why I'm your fan. I love you.
Yeah, I have like a lot. They like message me and they were like, "Girl, you know, I started doing this because of you." And
Aw,
yeah,
that's wonderful.
I know.
You're changing lives. Just because you showed up for yourself.
I don't want to cry again.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to. Happy tears.
I mean, they are.
Proud tears. And you're allowed to have those proud tears.
I'm very proud.
Yes. Well, I hope you continue this journey.
Oh, I will definitely.
And
We
I-
ain't stopping from here. This
No.
is just the beginning.
Yes.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3, here we go. I love that. That's what I do. Like, whenever I close new chapter when I journal, I'm like, hello, book. Chapter 2, chapter 3. all those seasons that we go through, and just keep making those goals for yourself and reaching them, because obviously you're very good at reaching your goals.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna look into the skin removal surgery.
Okay.
So we'll see
Yeah,
how will that go.
definitely.
I mean, I have it, so
I'll have you back on the podcast and we'll talk about that too.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you pray about it,
Oh, well.
because I think you're beautiful just the way you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So is you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So please like and subscribe the Exhale podcast, and follow Miss Patricia on her Instagram so you don't miss her reaching these goals. Would you share your Instagram?
It's unbeatable.beauty.
Yep. Unbeatable, and then your underscore, right?
It's a dot.
It's a dot.
Yeah.
I made it a little. It's a dot, not an underscore. Unbeatable dot beauty. All right. I'm gonna sign him off with a kiss. You wanna join me? Mwah. Thank you to the beautiful Fusion Cantina for allowing me to record these walking guided meditations in this beautiful space. Check them out at fusioncantina.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Mwah.